Hey guys, James, SIKKY Manufacturing. Last episode we got the headers installed on our 2008 Lexus ISF. This episode we're going to hit the dyno, and then after that we're going to go to the drag strip to see what kind of numbers it puts down. Hey guys, one thing I want to touch on is there's been a lot of talk about what gear we're dynoing our ISF on, and some people say run it in 6th, some people run it in 4th. We happen to prefer running in 4th gear. Part of that's just because we've been doing it that way for 18 years with Dynapack dynos. And what we're really going for is the gain in power. So the ultimate or overall number, trying to compare from one dyno to another, from one state to another, one sea level to another, it's a big waste of time. You're not going to have any accuracy or any relevant comparison between any of those numbers. So again, we run in 4th gear. We did all our baseline testing in 4th gear. It works perfectly fine, and the end result is the gain and change in horsepower and torque, and that's all that really matters. So if you're trying to put down the highest number on the dyno, then do what you want to do, but for our purposes, R&D, testing, it's all about consistency. The same factors each time we run the car, same gear, similar temperatures, similar weather. We try to keep it as much controlled as possible for the maximum accuracy for gains. So we did a whole slew of runs on this car, probably 24 in total. We tested everything from a cool run where it had been sitting for 15-20 minutes to 5, 6, 7 back-to-back runs, fully heat soaked. Took the average of each of them, so we're going to use the heat soak number as our real world, what you're going to be driving around in the middle of the summer. And even that number is still impressive, but the engine cool, you jump in the car, take off down the road number is even more impressive. So we're going to talk about that right now. On the graph right now, we have the solid yellow line is our engines cooled off, not cold, still hot to the touch, but it hadn't been running for about 15 or 20 minutes. And you can see on the just a ridiculous gain in torque down low. We're at 3,600 RPMs. We're talking an impressive jump from call it 295 all the way up to 372. So it's a massive gain down low, and you can see we got another huge gain here, about 4,800 to 4,900, and the gain jumps again as you get to the top part of the range. So torque's impressive. Horsepower is something similar that kind of mimics the jumps. It definitely gets a boost in power, going from 235 to 280, and same deal up here with a peak horsepower of 410 to the wheels, versus these dotted lines, like I said, are runs with the intake, no headers. So really good gains. Average gain with the cold setup, 48 horsepower to the wheels, 36 foot-pounds of torque, and then fully heat soaked, like you're going to be running down the street every day. It was a 40 horsepower gain to the wheels and 32 foot-pounds of torque. So super impressive. We're happy with these results, and next step is take this puppy down the drag strip and see what the ET changes are and what we can get a quarter mile down to. Hey guys, James, SIKKY Manufacturing. We are en route to Cecil County Dragway to test what kind of quarter mile time improvement we're going to see out of our 1 7/8 stainless steel headers. Just to refresh your memory, Our Project ISF is a 2008 Lexus ISF with a little over 100K on the clock. Good average representation of your standard ISF you're going to see out there on the streets these days. Has bone stock catback exhaust with secondary cats still in stream, so we know that's a limiting factor on this setup, and probably going to be one of the next performance mods that we do to this car, just to get this thing fully breathing freely on the way in and out. You know, it's got our SIKKY intake on it, but other than that, it's a bone stock car. Still has a stock tune on it, so we got a couple other things to get done here in the next couple weeks, but we're going to find out what quarter-mile times this car is going to lay down with our headers and our intake and everything else stock. So stay tuned, see what happens. Hey guys, the quarter-mile testing is a wrap on our 1 7/8 headers. We put down a 12.4 was our best of the night. Did about a dozen runs. Very similar conditions to our baseline testing where we put down a 12.77 with just the intake. So great improvement, almost 0.4 of a second. No doubt in our minds that we left a 1/10 of a second on the table with the way this car's coming out of the hole. Pretty bad traction issues this time around. The additional horsepower from the headers is definitely showing itself, and we could not get this car to hook up very good. Pretty much one wheel wonder from the hole. 60-foot times no doubt took a beating, and since decided that we're going to do the diff install much sooner, just because this traction issue is going to become more and more of a problem as we add more power. So the 2010 diff is coming soon. Might even be one of the next install videos we do for Project ISF, but stay tuned, subscribe, and follow our progress on this car. And if you got any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to comment and let us know what you guys are thinking. Appreciate it. Till next time.